welcome along and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. Today we are headed down to the sawmill initially because we are so very close to completing the roller coaster. It just needs 800 liters of the prefab walls, so we're gonna pop down to the sawmill. We've got a lot of stuff that's output from our wood that we delivered last time. We're gonna load it on. We're gonna load one of those onto the back of here and get that down to the roller coaster immediately. And then while those are working through and completing, we're gonna load the train up and see if we can't sell a huge amount of stuff that we've sort of had kicking around and that we've been processing the last few videos. Now, important thing is, I don't want to sell any of it until after we have actually got the roller coaster complete, because with all this stuff here, it does not make sense for us to get rid of all of this before we actually want to before we actually know that we no longer need it. And this was the mistake we made a few videos ago. When we basically went and sold everything we had, and then the roller coaster didn't complete. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get everything done, make sure that the only thing that needs to go on the roller coaster is this 1,000 liters of prefab wool. If there is another stage to the roller coaster, then we will have the materials to deliver to it and to get it done. Thankfully. So that on the back of this, and back that off. There we go. And so yeah, it should work out fairly well for us. So let's go get this last piece of the puzzle into place and see if our roller coaster will complete. I'm keeping my eye out for anything that might be useful in the shop at the moment. There doesn't seem to be anything that's been coming out, but in general, we should be in a fairly good position. I think we got a Globetrotter truck that came in, but we're not looking to move to that. If a Winter Wolf comes up, I will snap that up in an instant. Right, let's get this final 1,000 liters unloaded. There we go. And that has started the countdown. Still not showing up on here because we still have more in storage of everything else. But hopefully in a few hours, this will have finished off, and we can come and see the opening and then sell off a whole load of stuff. And this is why I want to just go round and load everything onto the train. We're going to start loading the train up at the sawmill, and then we'll come down here. We've got a whole load of stuff in various productions around here as well, so I want to go and collect all that up too, and then we'll see where we are from there. We're back with our Unimog over here. I have noticed my truck is still down where I was unloading wood last time. Oh, there's the train. Let's grab that before it goes too far. Quickly. Hopefully that's got it. Yeah, rented train. You can see it slowing down and backing back up. Brilliant. I actually managed to catch the train before it went too far. Yeah, that's now backing its way back towards me. And oh, that could have gone halfway across the map had I not grabbed that when I did. So that's pretty perfect. We'll turn this off then. And yeah, we've got a lot to start loading up onto this train. I think we're going to end up with a fairly full train at the end of this. Probably our biggest sell-off from the train that we'll ever have, if I manage to pull this off correctly. So yeah, let's get this loaded up and see whether we actually and sell it. That is the first stack on the train. It's right at the front, but should be able to do that there like so. So second stack will be the same. We will have Actually, we should be able to get, yeah, just 2 high on the second stack, which is good. That will work in our favor. Make it slightly easier for us to get it on here. Yeah, we'll only go 2 high because it'll even out fairly easily from that. That front stack is a little bit further forward than I would have liked, but it does work. So that there, like so. Yeah, we'll go 2 high, then we'll stack 2 on top, and then 1 in the middle, and that will do for this stack. Bring those in a little bit, and then we need to start stacking the rest. Our sawmill is still processing stuff, as evidenced by the extra set of standard planks that's come out while we've been loading up this set. So we're actually going to have 2 on top now and create a slightly pyramidal setup on it. Also, it's a pity these straps aren't closer together, because with these it would be really nice to be able to get them very close, fit more on here and strap more down. But it is what it is, and I haven't got those overly central anyway. We're going to fit as much on here as we can. I think we're probably going to put the beams up front with the prefab walls, and then that will create more space on the trailer. I have a feeling we have some metal to sell as well as some other bits and pieces. We are over 300,000 now on here, and that's before we sell any productions or our land or anything like that. So yeah, it's quite a bit of value we still have on here. We may end up with over 500,000, which would be amazing. In fact, I think we're probably going to end up with more than 500,000 by the end of this. And this lot here is going to be a massive sell-off as well. We'll make a huge amount of money from this, and we'll make a huge amount of money from various other bits as well. Somebody'd say that the actual roller coaster itself, once you built it, gives you a monthly income, which is really cool. We will be testing that out. I wanna just check that that's the case, obviously. But the aim that we've always had on here has been to build that roller coaster, get it set up for the town, and then probably move on. Why is that picking up 2? I mean, that's cool that 2 fit on there, but I didn't expect that to happen. We'll fit even more stuff on here if we're able to load 2 on at a time like that. While they fit, the stacking isn't massively stable. I need to be a little bit careful loading up this last set. It may be a case I have to strap the others on first, because yeah, getting the second lot of these on was not easy. Getting the third lot, it's going to take a careful and light touch. As you can see, it's trying to pull that one off, and that entire stack is going to come if I'm not careful. So, wait, let's push those back on. Right, time to clear up a mess. Okay, so I've moved the 2 that are in the way out of the way. Let's see if we can just push that back up onto there like so. And then this is sort of sideways on here. So yeah, flip that over like that and see if we can get that on the top like that. And then see if we can get that on there like that. There we are. So that pushes those back on there. And this time I'm going to put a strap across there. No, we'll be able to then load that up, these last 2, without too much hassle. Yeah, knew that was going to happen, knew that was going to be a problem, but at least we got it sorted fairly quickly and can now get the last lot on the top. It's because the teleskid is a little bit overbalanced carrying 2 of these this high, but they are on there. Yeah. And everything's secure. And we can just push that back a little bit. And then we'll clamp it all on. Take that one off. Clamp that back on. And that's done. Right, let's get the 2 prefabs on here next. And with these 2 prefabs on here, the only thing we have left to load up is the long planks. I might try and load them on this front section as well. Oh, we're not clear of it. Forward and back. And then drop off. There we are. And then get that on there. Nice thing about this skid steer is that I can just turn around like that and avoid falling off the edge. Right, so with all these long planks, I think I'm just going to back the train up a bit and we'll load them into this front section as well. That will leave me more space for pallets a little bit later. Whoa, back it up. Like so, and whoa. There we go. That's very nicely lined up. Whether the train's on or not, I've got the rental, and the rental's costing me. But I think these might go on in the same way as those beams just have on the front. So that's... Oh. Why does it always shift to the side as soon as I get under the pallet properly? But we're on. Right, let's see if 2 of these will fit at once, and if not, we'll just stack them up as singles. Otherwise, yeah, this will save us even more space, and we'll be able to fit even more stuff on this train. And stuff going on the train tends to sell really well. In fact, yep, we can do that. Oh, actually, no, we can't. That is really dodgy on the edge there like that, as you can see. So let's get underneath, get this on top of the other one, and we'll go 3 high like that, but further back, and that way we will have most of this fitting on fairly easily. We've quite the queue of traffic that's built up. They are just sitting there waiting for me to finish loading up my train. Which is going fairly well. We've got a nice stack on here now. And look at all of this wood. This is going to earn us so much. We've had another beam come out as well. So there's that will go on top of one of these piles. Because we are slightly... yeah, we don't have 2 more full piles. We've only got one more full pile and a pile of 2. So, yeah, the beams go on top of there. We've also got another short planks come out. So we want to load that up as well. Let's just put that in there. And then that on top of there like so. And, yeah, don't push down too far. Because if I do, it just causes issues with stuff moving. And then I just need 1 more of those, and then we'll take the last 2, put them in the next section. Looks like the cars are moving occasionally. Driver must decide, oh, I'm going to go round rather than do that. So, yeah, the cars will clear eventually. This is the first time, though, I've nearly filled up this front section on this train. It is going to be a huge amount of money from just an extra day's worth of logging. A huge amount of money that we make on here to take with us for the next one. Which, considering some of the places we're looking at, is no bad thing. We're going to need quite a bit to invest. I'm thinking of going into something a little more multi-production for the next for our next map. So not something that is not just forestry, but can be forestry heavy reliant. So I'm not looking to do a lot of agriculture with the next forestry series, obviously, but I do want to do something that might have a little bit more of a mining bent or something like that, just so that we can expand what we do in this last pile of wood. Get that pallet on top. Lock that down. Look at all that. Right, we probably need to move these two forward because we do have another pallet of these small planks, or just the standard planks. So I'm going to move the train forward a little bit, and then we can get access to those. And with access to those, I can move those top two forward a bit, and we can do a second stack of 9. And then we have the whole back of the train there for anything else we want to place on it, which can be there's a massive amount of stuff that we've been producing around here. Buckets and barrels and everything like that. The last one of these now to place on top, and hopefully just finish this all off up on here. And yeah, something I've learned doing these last few is that ideally you don't want to be pushing the forks this far through the pallet, because it destroys the center of gravity when you're trying to unload them and put them on the pile. That's what's pulling the lower ones off. So yeah, that wasn't the wisest way to go. And look at that, we have one more prefab wall come out as well. This is just producing so much at the moment. We've got the last. Okay, so we're almost done. We're gonna have one more thing of planks. We will probably get one more thing of planks long, maybe. Planks long is quite difficult to work out. Oh, we do have another thing of planks already, so we'll put those on top. We'll put this prefab wall on the front as well. Pretty much the last thing we can fit on the front, this prefab wall. But that's really good. I mean, that's so much stuff that we've processed out of here. This is where this becomes fun, because we have to drive along here, spin the teleskid, put that on there, and then try and back the teleskid off, without knocking the prefab off, like that, and then that, yeah, and then forward like that. There we go. That is why that is so useful for loading stuff up on here. Right, look at that. That is a very full train. A very full train. I am kind of left wondering how much there is left to go on the roller coaster. So I think we'll probably go and have a quick look down there, see if there's much left, and see if the roller coaster is complete, or whether we're going to need to then unload all of this and put it back down there to complete that. We'll still make a decent amount of money off it, just not quite as much, I think, because all of this normally sells so much more at Elm Creek. Doesn't look to me like the roller coaster is complete yet, but this will give us a good idea of exactly how much is left to go. Yeah, 656. I think we may have to risk selling it all and seeing exactly and seeing where we are. If we have to produce more stuff, I think we have to produce more stuff. But we've got the train loaded up, and we've got a lot of money to be made. And if we hold on to the train for too long, it's going to cause an issue. So yeah, I think we're going to see if we can sell all of this off. And I'm going to go and get the truck and start collecting some of the other stuff we've got kicking about, and see if we can't make some money off things like the shingles and the flooring and bits like that as well. We know we can turn around a lot of raw materials in a very short period of time though. So worst case scenario is we have to cut a few more trees down. I've switched trucks over into the Phoenix. And we're just going to go and get the ramps out on this. That done it? Nope. Oh, trying to work out which it is. Blind is always fun. There we go. That's the button. Get this loaded up onto there then. And then we can go down to town. We can load up some more bits. I think we've got some metal to load up as well. And we can get that then back to here. Is that wide enough? Yes. We want this over the wheels like that. Everything could do with a good wash as well. Right. And close that up. What we might do for moving is this flatbed is incredibly useful. This teleskid is incredibly useful. So we might keep these on. There are certain things that definitely I want to take with me to our next map. We might buy ourselves a new truck. So sell this Phoenix, which now has 30 hours on it. Buy ourselves a new truck as part of our move, and maybe a couple of other bits. Somebody suggested load what you want to take with you onto the flatbed and take the flatbed. And I really like that idea. I really like the idea of the only stuff we take from here is whatever we can load onto the flatbed. So we do have a few rolls of metal here. So pull this round here, make it as easy as possible to access the trailer from there. Put out the ramps at the back and drop that down. Perfect. So yeah, not a huge amount of metal here, but enough for us to do some, or to make some money from. We'll load most of it onto the front. As I learnt in the past, oh, actually, that is full. I reckon there's more metal here than I think. I reckon we have probably got a fair amount in storage as well, which I'm very tempted to get selling. So let's have a look at this. We are out of products for shingle. We're out of stuff for buckets. Where is the metal? Oh, yeah. I think we should just straight up sell the rest of that. So we'll sell everything else coming through here. It won't produce anymore, and we can just put these onto our trailer fairly easily. I think if I try and take two of these, taking two of these has always been difficult because they're quite heavy. Yeah, one at a time is the best way to go with this. Otherwise, we are just too front heavy for our JCB. The last lot of metal onto here. And like that. So we can now get this over to the train, get this loaded up onto there as well, make the most out of this too. And yeah, hopefully that is gonna be a really good amount of money from everything on that train. And I'm really hoping it is the last bit of the roller coaster. Because if it is, then we're going to be able to get all this sold and make a lot of money. I think we're going to have to hold the train, though, until we know that that is the case. The light is fading fast now. And we've got probably just enough time, I think, to get this loaded onto the train. As I said, though, we're not going to send this. We'll have to hold the train overnight. It is going to cost us to do that, but we're easily making so much off this that it'll be worth it. My biggest worry is that we'll need to actually unload a whole load of this and take it down there. But if we leave our flatbed here as well, we should be all right. I think we'll be in a position where anything we actually need for the roller coaster, we'll be able to come up here and get, or even just take the train around there and deliver it. Whereas if I sell it, we're going to have to go through the whole rigmarole of cutting more trees down, getting more stuff done, and going through that. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to unload these onto here and get this ready, and then we'll be able to check whether our train can go in the morning or whether we're going to be able to finish off the roller coaster and or going to need any of these raw materials we've got here to finish off the roller coaster. The final roll of metal. Just need to get this on and push, and there we go. That's on there. Right, we need to get that strapped down and back this off. And one last thing that needs to go on there. There's an extra pallet of long planks that came out, so we don't want to leave those out. We'll get those onto here as well. I don't think they'll fit in the front section, so they'll go on the back here as just an extra bit. I think this is probably the fullest we've had the train. I don't think we've ever put more on there than this. We've come close, and we've had this whole flatbed full, but we've never had the front section full that much at the same time. It is quite a lot of money's worth of stuff here. So in the morning, we'll see if our roller coaster completes, and if not, then we'll have to unload whatever we need from the train. If it does, that we can send this off, make some money, and finish things off here. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.